Hey guys, welcome back, John Megacycle here, another episode of Car Mechanics Simulator 2014. Left off with Order Invoice 26. Let's see here. Perform a test drive, replace all the damaged parts. Awesome. We get another one of these wide open ones. My car clatters when I drive in the morning, but the sounds disappear after about 15 minutes. Could you do something about it? It's really annoying. Ooh, this is nice. A little bit of a light teal. Light blue color? Yeah, I like it. Let's, how do I test drive? Nope. Still the new garage, so I have no idea. Car lifter. No, I don't want that. Where's the garage door button, for gosh sake? I would assume this bank of, what, 28 switches or whatever might have something to do with it? Nope. What's this? None of my business, that's what that is. This just lifts the car lifter. Path test. No, I don't want to take it on a path test. I want to take it for a test drive. Oh. Well, in the other garage, that's where that's where the handle was, so that made perfect sense, but, whatever. Okay. Here we go. It's a Rayon Wind? Is that the kind of car this is? It handles exactly like every other car, as I've said before. No change there. Okay, slalom. And okay. Alright. Took that a little too sharp. I've done this course, what, maybe 6 times now? I'm not learning any better about it. I'm not becoming more proficient in doing these tests. Okay, okay, way too wide. Way too wide. And suspension. Stop, stop, stop. Oh my gosh, does this thing have brakes? Okay, did the test drive. I don't have any indication if it was any different than anything else. Let's see, there's a clunking noise 15 minutes after driving. So what changes after 15 minutes? The engine is warmed up. That's something that's different than when the engine starts cold. Oh, I think I found it. Sounds like the exhaust manifold to me. What an easy shot, huh? That's pretty quick. Let's see, let's just check some of the belts while we're here. Okay, stuff there seems to be in pretty good condition. I'm going to roll the dice and say it's the exhaust manifold that's going to need replacing. But we're going to go under there and check the whole exhaust system before we start tearing stuff apart. Also, how much was this invoice for? 700? 800 USD. Okay. So that gives us a good indication that it's not going to be like an entire rework. It's hopefully just going to be 1 or 2 parts. But we're going to go through and check everything anyhow. Yep, that works. That works. Down the line. Come on. Help me out here. Good. 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 Absolute crap. Okay. So, and now I'm staring at nothing. There we go. Okay. Let's check some of the suspension pieces that are easily lookable or easily identifiable at this level. Very good. Okay. That takes care of that. So now, let's get more of the back of the undercarriage. Back to inspection mode. Can we do these? Okay. Let's take a look at how much an exhaust manifold is, just because that's about 6 or 7 pieces deep. I want to make sure that that's what we're looking for. So we're looking for exhaust manifold. 600 USD. That sounds about right for the price we're getting. Or what we're charging anyway. So, let's get right to it, shall we? And See if we can get these. Very good. Oh, this view is perfect. I can go right down, right down the line. Excuse me. Had to be a bit of a sharpshooter with the screws, but that's alright. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Okay, and then we have the front exhaust pipe, and that'll go right into the manifold. It's just a cool word, manifold. I wonder if you could use that loosely, like, I don't know, oatmeal and raisin manifold. What's that? Oh, it's a cookie. Like, I don't know what other context you could use it for. And now I don't see what I'm doing, so let's go this way. Right to the front. This is the manifold, and I don't think I can actually remove it. So we're going to have to lower the car and see what we can do from the front. Under the hood. At least I think we needed to remove all that other stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know how I'm getting these under screws, but hey, we're getting them. Okay, can I repair the manifold? I cannot repair the manifold, okay. Let's go ahead and pick that up for 6. Before I do that, how much money do I have? Oh, I have more than enough. Let's get some of these more learning books. That still sounds terrible. We're going to go ahead and pick up business management. Will give us more income. And what does that set us at? Oh, we could easily pick up... Oops, see daisy. We could no, I'm just talking now. I don't know what I'm clicking. Easily get Master of Commerce. That's going to save us, both of those are going to save us quite a bit on the heavier costed objects, which is why I wanted to get those. Before I picked up something like the manifold, yeah, about 50 bucks cheaper. That's really going to pull in the weight for us. It's going to give us a greater income range rather than what we were making before. Aside from just making more money on the invoice, now we're making more money because we're spending less on parts. And we're still going for quality parts. I'm not doing any of the junkyard parts. We're still going new parts for everything. So I'm very sure that you can, skimp a little bit here and there. But from what I understand, repairing it ourselves and buying a new part gets it to 100%. So I'm pretty happy with putting new stuff on the car. And we've always been, under budget. So we haven't spent any more on an invoice where the invoice was like, well, we'll charge you $1,000, but the whole repair is going to be $1,500 or something. So, putting in that little extra effort. Even though, yeah, it's a game and we're not talking to real people about this, but still. It's almost like if you ever play one of those games where there's a morality choice, like do you do the good thing and become the good guy, or do you do the bad thing and become the evil lord or whatever. And every time I play the game first, I always play the good guy. Not that I have any moral contention or whatever, but I like to see what the game is at its brightest and best. And then when I'm done with that, I'll usually play it again as the evil guy or whatever. Try to screw everything up. Actively think about how you can gain the best advantage, either without screwing other people over or with screwing them over, or however you want to do it. It's always why I like the Elder Scrolls games like Oblivion, Morrowind, stuff like that, because those are a lot of fun. Even Skyrim, a lot of fun just being able to play it open world like that. But anyhow, that is that replaced and repaired. Let's see what we got for the repair order. Yep, that does it. Perfect. So I'm assuming in this situation with this description, what happens is the exhaust manifold just gets warmed up, and once it's warmed up, the noise goes away or whatever. I'm not enough of a mechanic to determine or to answer why it happens, but I just have ideas. Cha-ching! Repair suspension. I'm back. My wife uses a sat-nav, satellite navigation, when she visits her mother, but it doesn't tell her about the quality of the roads. It takes her on the worst roads I've ever seen. The suspension is a mess. You know what to do, thanks. For $2,000? Heck yes, I know what to do. Okay, suspension, you have to go through the tires, so we're going to go ahead and get to that right away. Crap, this car is pink. This car is pink on pink. Okay, I can't do that yet. I have to do the link bar. What is it? Sway bar and link left. I got kind of close. Okay, I'm assuming these coils and springs and stuff are the suspension mechanism. I'm assuming that's what shock absorber means anyway. And we're just going to remove it. It's going to be a pain just to identify it. So I have it now in my inventory. Let's just take a look. Oh, shock absorber is toast. Oh, this sway bar is also toast. Actually, if that's the case, let's do a little identifying. Good. 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 Okay. This wheel hub, I don't think there's really much I can do with that, and it's not really related to suspension anyway. But we're going to get this side as well. I know enough about the shock absorbers that I'm confident in taking both of them out on both sides. Or taking them out on both sides. Let's go ahead and do some... Oh, nope, I didn't want to remove that. I want to remove this. Very good. Just pull the whole business. Let's go to examine mode. Good. 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 Okay. Why not just for giggles? Okay, fantastic. So we already have some stuff we need to replace. Since this is mostly the front suspension, that's what we're just going to take care of right away. So the shock absorbers are toast. The sway bar end link left is absolutely toast. Can I repair any of that stuff? You know, if I can only repair like one thing every 10 missions. Oh. There's more tools on the floor than there are at the workbench. That's kind of funny. Okay, anyway. I need shock absorbers. Oh, what kind of shock absorbers? A. Shock absorber A front left, A front right. Okay, because there's A, B, C, and D, I think. Whee! Whoa. Yeah, A, B, C. So, A front left, A front right. I need the left tie rod, tie link left. Sway bar, end link left. And I think the right one was okay. Where the heck is the right? Okay, 50%. I'd say that's still good. So the link can go away. Shock absorber can go away. Shock absorber can go away. Exhaust manifold was from last mission. I don't remember where this came from. No, I'll hang on to it. I really hope that wasn't from a repair that I neglected or just didn't include, or I just didn't sell it. I'm not too sure where that came from, to be completely honest. Spring front. Nice A shock absorber on the left. Come on. Thank you. Perfect. Tie rod, which is also new. Or not tie rod. The sway link bar left. Wheel. Very good. Here's some orange tires to match your pink car. That just looks silly. Alright. Assembly mode. A spring. Shock absorber. And then once we're done with the suspension up at the front, we'll check the suspension in the back. And the link, which was not as damaged as the other side, so I don't feel bad using the same one. And the tire. Fantastic. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. Let's see if the invoice, magical invoice, says we're done. We are not done. Okay. So we do need to check the suspension in the rear. So I think it's the same method. We're just going to go through, tear out the tires, and then we'll check the shock absorbers back here. That goes away. Alright, what I want is right in here. May need to get under the car for that. But let's check this side as well. It still sounds like glass breaking whenever you remove the bolts. Yeah, that is the suspension arm, and that goes from under the car. So we're going to have to jack this thing up. Oop. There we go. Okay, let's check the rest of the front suspension bits. 13%, that'll need to be replaced. 43%, that's not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and remove that. I'm feeling a little gutsy, feeling kind of confident. Remove. I think this comes out first. And then this comes out. Okay, let's get the front done. I want to make sure we kind of isolate this. I don't want to do a little in the front, a little in the back. That's what's going to be confusing. Oh, I can repair this. Awesome. Yes. Pretty please. Now, when we get enough discounts, it might be a lot more cost-effective to just buy a new part rather than try to repair it. But, hello, assembly. Thank you. But for right now, repairing it works out pretty nice. Once we buy more of the books, we should do some cost comparisons and see if it's worth it. Okay, that takes care of that. Now the back. These have to come off. I'm sure the... I don't know how to... Oh, okay. Just two big arch bolts. In this case, it'll just be easier for me to just take it all apart. Oh, this has to go. If I was given a big pile of car parts, and someone told me at the end of these car parts is a Ford Mustang, or any kind of a car, all the parts are here, every screw, bolt, everything. Everything's here and accounted for. You just have to make the vehicle. Suspension arm, some coils, okay. If they said, you know, this is a finished car, we know it, we took the car apart, you just have to assemble it, I would probably end up making a mech. I really would. That looks in good repair, so we're not going to repair it. I'd probably make like a Timberwolf or a Marauder or a Mad Dog Mech Warrior 2 style mech. Like, I'd end up building a robot. Obviously, it wouldn't work. Like, I'm not some genius or something, but like, I'd be more inclined to just, oh, hey, I'm halfway to the super robot that's gonna kill all the things. And then it's like, you're supposed to make a Mazda. What happened here? Well, I forgot. So I did what I wanted to do instead of what you told me. So, there. It's not that I'm bad with directions, but I think I would get maybe a quarter of the way through the engine. I'd use the wrong screws, and then I would have taken apart the fuel tank for no reason, and this muffler. I don't know where I'd even put this. Like, it would be really funny to see me without any instructions on what goes where, because I'll probably get 90% to assembling the vehicle, and then it would be like, oh, I gotta add one more stupid thing. I've got to take this whole thing apart again. Now, does that complete our invoice? That does not complete us. Okay. What else could we be missing? And how much are we getting again? 2,000. Okay, so we're still doing pretty good. Still doing pretty well on this. Okay, what else does this vehicle consider suspension? We changed the springs. Oh, shock absorbers. Is that just a disassemble thing? Oh, screws down here. Okay, there's that side, and let's get the other side. Yeah, you gave me the parts to a light truck. I made a cheese grater. I'm a terrible MacGyver. This can go away. This can go away. I need another shock absorber rear, and I highly doubt I can fix it, but we're gonna check. Drat. Alright. Lame sauce. Shock absorber rear. Yep. You know, the funny thing is I complained about music in the last episode. I'm not hearing any music. Okay, I think that does it. No, still. Okay. First of all, music. Sure, there we go. Oh, you know why this thing's not complete? The wheels are missing. Okay, well let's put the wheels back on and see where we are. Maybe it counts that as part of the suspension, which I guess makes perfect sense, considering... No go. Okay. Let's, Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to identify it. Oh, and I guess I did indirectly. Okay, all I want to do is just do some identifying here. Come on. Not gonna cooperate, huh? Okay. Let's see. Let's check under the vehicle again. I may have missed something incredibly basic, and I just don't know what that is. Gearbox is not part of the suspension. Yeah, see, I don't think a lot of these frame bits are able to be replaced. So even though some of these parts are damaged and we did replace them, like this arm thing, you know, maybe it might be important to replace this stuff, but maybe you just don't in a vehicle. Maybe at that time you just get a new vehicle. Okay, I'd really like to know what else is considered suspension. Changed out the sway bar. Changed out... The belts aren't suspension. The alternator and starter are not suspension. Let's check the back again. Okay. Spring. Shock absorber. Oh! Are these bushings considered? And no, okay, just 44%. I don't think so. Put that back. Is the fuel pump considered suspension? It's not damaged. I can't even identify it. I understand I'm currently in the vehicle, but some of these camera views are just awful. Is the fuel tank considered suspension? Because that would be silly. Okay, I'm looking for anything that's not part of the frame that may have been damaged, but I don't see anything here. Oh, what's this one? 10%. That's our guy. That's what's damaged. These little stupid rubber things. I know my alphabet. There we go. Perfect. Oh, it's over here. Right. I remember now. Bink. That's gotta be a done deal, right? No, still? Okay, let's clean up shop a little here. No, I don't want to sell the battery. Okay, the hub is not part of the suspension. We did the shock absorber. Let's check the front one more time. Check the bushings on both of those. Everything's in fair condition at this moment. Okay. The suspension is a mess, you know what to do, thanks. Okay, well, I've already checked under the car about 2 or 3 times. We're just going to take off the wheels in the front, and we're going to check all the way up to the gearbox. I think that's a practical thing to do. Some of these missions, you really kind of think like it's going to be a real quick win, and sometimes it really is, and sometimes it absolutely is not. It's really kind of a toss-up. Okay, let's take a look at all this. We're just going to remove this whole business. I know it's not part of suspension, but maybe it is, and I just don't know about it. Okay. Nope. Out. Nope, that all looks good. Hey guys, sorry about that if there's a bit of a dip in the recording. Looks like my recording software crapped out. So I'm just resuming from where we were. I also forgot what I was doing considering that killed my train of thought. Oh yeah. We removed out the wheels to see if we could get to the gearbox. Let's see. Disassemble. Oh, that's right. I have to select the part over here, even though the bolt I want to talk to is over here. Perfect. Other side. That is one freaking pink car. I always get ahead of myself a little bit there. That little leading ahead is something that I've learned from RTS games. Which is probably something I've brought up in other videos, but since this isn't an RTS game, it's now just a bad habit. Okay, so the starter needs to come out, and I think we do that from the front. The thing is, I just really want to examine this stuff. I don't even want to take it all out, but there's not really a whole lot I can do without removing parts up to the point where, yeah, check the cap. That could have a terrible consequence on suspension. As it is, I'm sure, for actual mechanics, you have to get a good visual on certain parts. So since you can't just float through a vehicle like this, you got to remove so much to get to the stuff you actually care about. So we're gonna, nope, try it again. Try it again. There we go. Move that. Gearbox is at 48%. We're just going to do some quick examinations here. I'm not going to tear this all apart because I very doubt that this stuff is tied to suspension. Can I get in there? Okay, so let's just take a look at the parts we have so far. Everything is good as it is. I don't see anything that's a problem so far. So we're going to put the gearbox back. Oh, it's this song. Intermission! Dink. Alright, let's see what this one does. Do ignition wires have anything to do with suspension? Okay, now I'm just being silly. Again, I'm sure there's something very practical and logical that I'm missing, or I overlooked, or what have you, that would make perfect sense, like before when it was the car wouldn't start because the spark plugs were fried. I mean, that's a very simple thing, but, you know, the fun of this is my inexperience doesn't, my lack of experience doesn't tell me that something's missing. Like, if I was an expert, it'd be like, oh, check these 2 places. It's obviously that. I have freaking no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, this we removed a bunch of crap. Brake pads need to go back. They have nothing to do with suspension. Brake caliper. Oh, the axle comes back. I was like, why isn't it giving me the prompt for the tire? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the rubber bushings again, and we're going to go through that kind of componentry one more time. So let's go ahead and raise the roof on this one. I really like that it closes the lid for me. That's pretty nice. Simple thing. Okay, back under here. 43%, 56%. I'm happy with both of those. Everything looks good from there. Suspension spring there is green. This one is orange. Shock absorbers are orange. We redid the bushings over there. That one wasn't necessary. Nope. Still missing something. This is the part of the series where everyone who knows anything about cars is probably yelling at the screen. Okay, let's work with the back wheels. There has to be something I'm missing that's so blatantly obvious. Suspension. I'm just going to read that word over and over and over and over again until I figure it out. Suspension. 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 Caliper comes off, pads come off. Let's just disassemble this thing as far as we can. Now, I can't identify it. I'm assuming these rust color parts can't be removed. I mean, I would assume it would give me the option of, hey, you need to remove this other part. But let's remove that bushing first, because that is something that's in the way. Let's give that a go. Oop, cut that a little too sharp. Okay, that. Gotta go. Okay, now can this be removed? Oop, okay. Okay, there's nothing holding this to the car now. At least from what we can see and what we can deal with. We can't identify it. I'm going to assume that stuff just doesn't come out. Plain and simple. Okay, let's reassemble this half of the car again. Spring, shock absorber rear, screw down there. The primary buffer panel, suspension arm rear. Okay. I haven't looked at a single walkthrough yet. This mission's starting to tempt me. Very honestly. %45% is acceptable. At least I think. Unless the threshold... Wait, does it say replace all the parts? Like, does it just say that? The suspension is a mess, you know what to do. Okay, then I'm not too sure what to do. That's all the parts I have, right? Aside from, yeah, the caliper and the wheel once I lower it. Huh. If I'm quiet, it's because I don't know what to do or say at this point. I'm not too sure what I haven't identified. This sway bar looks like it could be something, but again, from what we've seen, it just looks like it's another piece of the machine that cannot come out. Okay, that looks good. Whatever, we're just gonna do it. Yellow is good. Yellow is good. Orange is alright. Yellow is good. Okay, all these parts seem to be in good repair. Or at least in a condition that's acceptable. Okay, the only thing I haven't really messed with are these not the pistons, but these pulleys and such. So let's pull all this out. $41. I can't identify that. $39. I can't identify that. $51. There's that. Timing belt, tensioner, other belt, serpentine. This mission is such a pain in the rump. Now, what would be cool? Oh, no, that's all right. Looking for anything we haven't identified. The only thing I'd really like is if I could pay $50 in the game and get a hint. think of what's next or what I'm missing. Okay, wheel hub front and sway bar. Let's see if those are two things I can even purchase. Wheel hub front. No, I can't even purchase it. And sway bar. No, I can't buy the components that look like it's to the actual frame of the vehicle. So that kind of builds into my suspicion that I'm not supposed to remove that stuff. Do I need to take it for a test? Not a test drive, but maybe this kind of a test. A path test? Yeah. Let's do that. I forgot I had to hold the brake. There we go. Maybe the suspension test will give us an idea? I've no idea. Okay. That looks about right. You know, that'd be really cool if this actually gave us the indication of... Oh. Okay, right rear. Awesome. That actually gives me an idea of what tax that I was going to pay nobody. That's actually, I hope that's actually indicative of what's wrong with the vehicle as opposed to the driver's test. Rear right. The driver test had nothing to do with it, from what I could tell. I'm just all eager now that... Okay, we already took that apart. Well, my optimism's a little shy now. What I'd really hoped is that was our dead ringer, considering that performed the worst. I were to assume the rear right was exactly what I wanted to work on. But, again, I'm not seeing any busted parts, but we'll just have to do some more serious digging. So let's get this out of here. And we're gonna get this out of here. Okay, what else is under here? This is literally going to turn into like Blue's Clues in like a minute here, because I'm going to have to ask for help, and we're going to where's the missing piece, kids? This is probably just like the spark plug we found before. There's probably a piece in a piece that we won't notice until we remove that piece. Well, it did poorly, almost clearly considering these parts are more worn than those. Okay, like the wheels are also of decent condition. Man, I am stumped to crap. We're gonna lower the car. I think I'm gonna call this an episode right here. I need some time away from this game or something, because I need to think about what else we haven't checked. The suspension is not going to be told by the OBD link, so that's not going to help us. But there's something else that's just off about this vehicle that I haven't found yet. Huh. So I'm going to call this an episode here. Thanks for joining me, guys. Sorry for the awkward ending of it, but I'm going to kick this thing in the face. No, I'm not, but I'll get it figured out. I just need a bit of a break, and I'm going to catch you guys next time.